It has been day 3 of working on Rogue Tanks. Basically, all I got done was the menus stuff. Oh yeah, and getting all the controls to work and stuff. So let me show you what I have, and then I'll explain how I did it. So there you go. I got Rogue Tanks text up there. I have cursor with some text. I do have a bit of a settings menu. I don't have any sound effects or music, but when I do, I'll be able to do all that. I got full screen toggle, which I believe works. Yeah, full screen toggle works. Timer, which will be a thing that I don't have yet. And friendly fire, which is a thing that I can now toggle on and off from the settings menu. Which, I mean, I guess that's okay. But I can like go to any point and cancel. I mean, it does keep my cursor, but that doesn't really matter. New game. You can now choose how many players. Right now it only works with 2 players. Well, actually, I don't even know if it'll work with 2 players. Oh, it does. Okay. And when you pause the game, it's the same settings menu. You can resume. You can just press start to unpause from anywhere or cancel. And you can go back to the main menu. If you press A to continue or B to quit, same thing with that. I do have, you can hold the D-pad down, or you can hold the control stick down. Either way, it'll just keep going. You don't have to like mash the button, but you can just hold it, and that's as fast as it'll scroll, which I like that speed. I haven't really watched any good tutorials on how to get that to work, but the way I did it is basically to get the input, you go with, well, I mean, confirm and cancel are just button check presses, but for the directions, I've got the axis value. You get the axis value, player 1 input, which right now the menus only work with player 1. I don't know. I haven't thought about exactly if I need or want, you know, how to handle all other players working with the menu. I mean, I figured they should be allowed to, but I mean, that's not a priority at all. I mean, that's definitely like an end of the road kind of thing to worry about. But what I have here, you have if the value of the left stick vertical is less than 0, meaning it's going up, or if you have the D-pad up, and this is button check, not button check pressed. So if it's being held down, or if the stick is being held, up is being held down, you know, if you're holding up on the D-pad or up on the joystick, then it has, this variable is hold up. So it counts how many frames that's being happening. So if it's at 0, meaning this is like the first time it's happened, because hold up increases in here. So if you start pressing it, that's why you can tap it over and over again, and it'll go faster than holding it. Because it's only when you hold it that it counts up the frames here. So when it's at 0, just starting, up right here, this is just the variable telling to move the cursor up. Basically, this is input up. If input up is not true, meaning it's false, then set it true. And then if not, if hold is 1, or if up is already registered, then it goes into here. Up is false. So automatically you can't hold the button. Hold up will increase, so it counts how many frames you're holding up. And then if hold up equals my scroll speed, which is another variable I've set to 16, just the speed that I want it to be. So every 16 frames it'll go up. Hold up equals 0. So it puts you back up here, because up is already false going in through here. And so it comes back up here, and then hold up is now 0, so it'll register true again. And then there's an else, another else, when the direction is released. If you release up, then hold up automatically becomes 0, and up equals false. That allows you to tap the button rapidly to go in a single direction, or you can hold it to gradually go in that direction based on my scroll speed. And then I repeat it for every other direction. But yeah, that right there is basically the code that you need to do a scrolling menu cursor. That seems like a pretty concise way to do it to me. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. Let me know if you know of a better way to do it, but that is, I think, the simple way to do it for me. It does require a bunch of variables. The up input, the holding up, I guess that's about it. 2 variables per direction plus a scroll speed. It doesn't seem bad to me. I mean, the functionality of getting any other player to do it, that's something I'll worry about later. Definitely not something to worry about right now. So yeah, that's how I got the input directions. Here I've got some, at the top of my menu navigation, I have an if if player hits confirm, there's like a confirm sound, cancel, there's a cancel sound. So I don't have to like repeat the sound effect function or command for every input. It's just at the top here, if room is title or game is paused, because those are the two places where I have a menu, then it'll register those sound effects based on, you know, these inputs up here, up top. It won't grab the player input if menu level is none, which is basically when there's no menu shown when you're actually playing the game. The game starts with menu level variable equal to title, so that the title screen pops up. The way I've done it here is I have a different cursor variable for each menu level. I don't know if that is optimal, but it does allow me to save my cursor position on each menu. I mean, I guess I could even make it a toggle to save menu position or not, and then every time you change menus, if save cursor position is false, then it'll just reset the cursor to like 0, which is the top of the menu every time. I could do that. Or if I keep it the way it is, you know, the cursor position is saved. So basically, whenever you hit up, it'll subtract 1 from the cursor title position, and then if it's ever less than 0, it'll go to the bottom, which is 2 on the title menu. Other menus that are longer, you just have to manually, I would just have to manually change this if I wanted to add more menu items to be whatever the maximum number is. If player hits confirm, oh no, I don't want to do the confirm sound effect here actually. That's all going to be handled up top. I'm doing this menu based on input. So if up, if down, if confirmed, then it checks where the cursor is and it'll change the menu to be that. And then that's when it triggers in the draw event. It has all these switch cases for like if quit, it'll bring up the quit menu. Settings brings up the settings menu right here. It just draws everything that is the menu system. And I want to keep this under 10 minutes, but if you have any questions on what I've done just to get the menu going, you can let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.